right, so I want to do this interesting video about A24. Recently in the news, they said that because of too many box office failures, they're going to have to do more mainstream stuff. So they're doing a MMA movie with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. They're doing a remake of High and Low with Denzel. If you didn't know this, A24 actually releases like one movie a month. So whenever you hear of one doing well, they've got like 3 or 4 ones that just didn't do that well. So I want to do a video about every single A24 film. I didn't really notice A24 until I watched The Green Knight in 2021. That one was like an interesting film, you know, visual wise. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is a company to look out for. And then unbeknownst to me, I've actually seen a lot of A24 films before I knew what A24 was. So let's go over every single film, starting with A Glimpse Inside the Mind of Charles Swan III. This is done by Roman Coppola. Never heard of this one. This is their first from 2013. It's about a guy whose girlfriend breaks up with him. Ginger and Rosa is a drama film about the 60s. A teenager's best friend falls in love with her father. Ew. I've heard of that one though. I haven't seen it. Okay, Spring Breakers. This is the first one I've seen. 2013, Harmony Korine, the James Franco movie. I didn't like this film though. Spring Breakers is a terrible film. The Bling Ring, Sofia Coppola. I've seen that one. I mainly watched this one for Emma. Spectacular Now by James Ponsall. This is based off a book. This is another film I saw. Didn't know it was A24 at the time, but I watched it mainly for Miles Teller. He's really good. He plays like an alcoholic teenager in this film. Pretty good. Enemy. Oh, okay, Enemy. I saw Enemy in theaters. I loved it, but it was weird. Enemy is kind of like one of their biggest first ones where it's just got weird imagery in it. This was Denis Villeneuve. Under the Skin by Jonathan Glazer. Yeah, there's another one I saw, not in theaters, but very creepy film. I think, you know, they've started off with a couple of coming-of-age stories, and then now they're going into sci-fi, sort of weird fantasy stuff. Okay, Locke. I saw that one in theaters. That's Stephen Knight. He wrote it for Tom Hardy. It's about a man in a car going somewhere and basically taking a bunch of phone calls. But it's a very interesting little thriller based off dialogue, really. Pretty good. Obvious Child with, directed by Gillian Robespierre. Oh, it's a comedian getting a abortion. I think this one's Jenny Slate. Yeah, never saw that one. The Rover. Yeah, I saw this one in theaters. Or maybe not in theaters, but I saw it. I had the DVD for a while. It's a post-apocalyptic story about a man trying to get his car back and he's killing everyone. It's got Robert Pattinson and Guy Pearce. Really bleak film, really good film. That was a good one. Life After Beth. I just watched this one recently. Didn't know it was A24. I watched it because it's a zombie film. This is about a girlfriend. His girlfriend dies. She comes back to life, and this guy is weirded out. But then a lot of people are coming back to life. Weird, quirky little comedy. Definitely in the wheelhouse of something that A24 would do. Tusk by Kevin Smith. This I saw in theaters as well. This is just a weird horror film. It's really messed up. I liked it when I watched it. But then he made like an unofficial trilogy after, and those ones weren't good apparently. Laggies by Lynn Shelton. This is another one with Keira Knightley. It's a coming-of-age sort of story about a woman hanging out with the home of her 16-year-old friend. It's like a weird kind of dramedy film. I think I own it. Revenge of the Green Dragons by Andrew Liu. I just bought this one from a thrift store recently. Martin Scorsese produced it, I think, or under his label or something. It's like a gangster story in Chinatown, period piece. Oh, The Captive by Adam Egoyan. Yeah, I saw this one in theaters too. This one mainly for Ryan Reynolds. This is the one where his daughter gets kidnapped and the kidnappers, they basically want to play around with him because they like opera. It's a weird film. Weird film. A Most Violent Year by J.C. Chandor. This was a good one. I saw this one in theaters too. Now, at this time, I was working at a movie theater, so I could watch everything for free. So I was watching a lot of movies. So this one was J.C. Chandor's kind of first big one. Oscar Isaac. It's an 80s crime thriller drama. Really good scripts. Really good plot. Definitely worth checking out. Son of a Gun by Julius Avery. I saw this one on DVD from the library. Ewan McGregor is in it. He helps someone escape from prison so they can rob something. It's pretty good. It's a pretty solid action crime thriller film. There's a really good set pieces. It's one of those gritty kind of lesser known, lesser budget kind of films. I like this one a lot. That was a good one. While We're Young by Noah Baumbach. I saw this one in theaters. The trailer's really good, but the movie's not as funny as the trailer. I saw this one with a friend. He probably agrees with me. But yeah, it was just a lot funnier than... The trailer was funnier than the movie itself. The movie is a little awkward. Good cast, you know, Ben Stiller, Naomi Watts, Adam Driver. Cut Bank by Matt Shackman. This one was on Netflix, but I didn't watch it because I heard it was just okay. So I haven't seen that one. Ex Machina by Alex Garland. Yeah, there's another theater movie. This one, yeah, it's probably one of their first big ones that, like, you know, put them on the map, because Ex Machina was a big hit, I think. Let me just check out the box office real quick. Oh, no, it wasn't. It cost 15 mil, made 37. But it did well, like, critic-wise. So, you know, maybe. Slow West. Yeah, I saw this one as a Western film. It's directed by John McClane. Really good cast. Really slow film, Slow West. Interesting ending, too. This was a Michael Fassbender and that kid who was in everything, Cody Schmidt-McPhee. Barely Lethal by Kyle Newman. This is about a teenage spy who wants to go to school. Oh, this is a Hailey Steinfeld movie. Yeah, okay. I heard it wasn't that good, so I didn't watch it. Maybe someday. Amy, the documentary film by Asif Kapadia. Yep, I saw that one in theaters. That was really sad. Pretty good, though. James Ponsoldt has returned, and another film called The End of the Tour. It's about a reporter named David Lipsky who's having a 5-day interview with David Foster Wallace. Oh, I didn't watch this one because I don't like Jonah Hill, and I still don't, and I probably won't watch that film. Dark Places by Gilles Paquette-Brenner. This is based off the book by the same writer of Gone Girl, Gillian Flynn. I watched this movie mainly for Charlize Theron. She's okay in the movie, but the movie's very soap opera-like the book. The book's the same way, so the movie can't really improve on the book. So it was just all right. Mississippi Grind by Anna Boden and Ryan Fleck. This is a great gambling movie. This has Ben Mendelsohn and Ryan Reynolds. Ben Mendelsohn's like a wreck. He's got a daughter, but he keeps gambling, and he bumps into Ryan Reynolds' character, who's like an eccentric gambler as well. And it's a great drama overall. It's definitely worth checking out. That's a good one. Room by Lenny Abramson. This is another big one. Brie Larson won the Oscar for it, and really good drama. I believe it's based off of a Canadian author. It is. Emma Donoghue. Woo! Canadian represent. Mojave by William Monahan. William Monahan wrote The Departed, I think. Attempting to escape his privileged existence, Thomas walks into the desert only to run into a homicidal drifter. That sounds good. Ooh, it's got Oscar Isaac. I never heard of that one. That'll be added to the list. The Witch by Robert Eggers. Okay, everyone knows The Witch. The Witch is the movie where they all speak like Shakespeare on steroids. You know, did thine take thy father's cup? I started blah, 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 blah. A lot of people didn't like that, but I thought it was really creepy. I liked it. I saw that one in theaters. Didn't understand half of it, but that was the star-making turn for Anya Taylor-Joy for sure, and Robert Eggers as well. Remember by Adam Egoyan. Yep. The Holocaust survivor with dementia trying to kill a Nazi war criminal. Later remade as a Korean film as well. I saw that one in theaters. Krisha by Trey Edward Schultz. A strange woman returns for Thanksgiving dinner. Trey Edward Schultz is a familiar. Oh, okay. Trey Edward Schultz would later do 2 other A24 films. I won't talk about them until later. But I don't think I'll add that one. It sounds boring. Green Room by Jeremy Saulnier. This is about the punk band that finds himself attacked by neo-Nazis after they witness a murder. That was pretty good. I enjoyed that film. You know, rip Anton Yelchin. But Patrick Stewart was a villain in that one. That was a really good movie. The Adderall Diaries by Pamela Romanowski. This is about an author who becomes obsessed with a murder case. It's got James Franco and Amber Heard in it. I don't think so. I don't think I will. The Lobster by Yorgos Lanthimos. Yeah, this is a really good one. It's a really weird dystopian sci-fi about trying to find a mate in the future. And they turn into animals if you don't find them in 45 days. So, yeah, it's a really weird ending too. I like that one. That was like his first big one. He's got a couple films before this, but this was his first A24 film. De Palma by Noah Baumbach and Jake Paltrow. It's a documentary about De Palma. No, I don't think I will. Swiss Army Man. This is another one. This is run by the Daniels. They just called themselves Daniels. This is a really weird one where the guy has a dead body and he has to like use it to escape an island. That was another weird one. What year did that come out in? That was 2016. We're still in 2016. Equals by Drake Doremus. I've heard of this one. This one's got Nicholas Hoult and Kristen Stewart. It's a dystopian post-apocalyptic world where emotion is a disease. I'll add that to the list. I've been meaning to watch that film. Into the Forest by Patricia Rozema. Oh, this was my favorite film of that year, 2016. This is a post-apocalyptic story about two daughters living with their father in a forest when all power is lost, and it's like them trying to survive. It's a really interesting sort of mix of like just survival thriller and like dynamics between the sisters and everything. Is really good acting. It had Elliot Page before, and the other actress is really good too. Who was that? Evan Rachel Wood and Keith Callum Rennie. All right, Morris from America by Chad Hartigan. We're getting into some ones I've never seen or heard about. A 13-year-old boy dreams of becoming a rapper. Sounds kind of boring. It's got Craig Robinson and a kid named Marquise Christmas. I don't think I will watch that one. That one doesn't sound that interesting. That's one of like probably a lower budget. You know, A24 doesn't just do fantasy, sci-fi, weird movies. They do indie stuff. The Sea of Trees by Gus Van Sant. It's about an American professor that goes to Japan and meets an injured stranger. Matthew McConaughey. That one sounds okay. Box office bomb because it made cost 25 mil and made about 80 grand. Oh man, no, it made about $1 million on 25 million budget. American Honey. American Honey. Oh, I heard about this one. Shia LaBeouf's in it. Yeah, I heard that one was okay. I might watch that one. It's about a teenage girl trying to sell magazines door to door. Andrea Arnold's film. Okay, that sounds interesting. Moonlight won the Oscar. Boom Boom, Barry Jenkins. So, you know, this is it might be the movie that started to put them on the map in terms of being a production company, because they did win the Oscar for Best Actress for Room, but not much else. Let's see. Oasis Supersonic by Matt Whitecross. This is about Oasis. It's a documentary film, right? Yep, documentary film. I don't think I'll watch that one. The Monster by Brian Bertino. Yeah, I heard about this one. This one's okay. It's about a mother-daughter who crash their car in a rainy night, and there's like a monster, but the monster might be a metaphor or something. It's okay. I remember giving that one like a 5 out of 10. 20th Century Woman by Mike Mills. Oh yeah, okay. This is about a single mother who raises her son in the 70s, and there's like a different, she has like a large house or something, and she rents to different people, and they like offer life lessons to her son. So that's why it's called 20th Century Women. Trespass Against Us by Adam Smith. Yeah, this one's got Michael Fassbender in it. I watched that. It's an okay movie. It's like a super Irish crime thriller. Black Coat's Daughter by Oz Perkins. Hated this film. I didn't like it. I gave it a 0 out of 10. Didn't like that one at all. Free Fire by Ben Wheatley. This is the jokey British comedy about an arms deal gone wrong. They all shoot at each other. I think that one did okay. Brie Larson's in it, right? Yeah, that one. No, that one. See, it's another bomb, man. It made like $4 million on a $7 million budget. That's a cheap film to make. This is probably why. They probably have one big hit like Ex Machina. It helps fund like 10 other films. The Lovers by Azazel Jacobs. A married couple is cheating on each other, falls in love again. That sounds boring. Deborah Winger and Tracy Letts, though. I do like Tracy Letts. I might add that one to the list. The Exception by David Laveau. It's about a Wehrmacht officer determined to find out if a British spy has infiltrated Wilhelm II. It's a British movie. Oh, it's like a war film. Don't know if I'll watch that one. It Comes at Night. Hated this film. Trey Edward Schultz. That's the other movie I said. It's a disease movie, post-apocalyptic, terrible film in my opinion. I hated it. Watched it in theaters. Ghost Story by David Lowery. I heard about this one. I heard it's good. I'll check it out eventually. It's on my list. Menashe by Joshua S. Weinstein. It's about a Jewish man, widowed, who's trying to get custody of his 10-year-old son. That sounds boring. I'm not going to watch that. Good Time by the Safdie brothers. Yep, this is an amazing film. Great film. One of the most tense, best movies out there. Safdie brothers killed it with Good Time. Woodstock by Kate and Laura Mulevy. A woman uses hallucinogenic drugs to cope with the loss of her mother. Wait, I heard about this one. Oh, that movie. I think it's available on the Canopy app. See, there's another movie that didn't do well. It cost $5 million and it only made 43 grand. It's got Kirsten Dunst and Pilu Aspek and Joe Cole. Yeah, I heard about that film. Here's another good one. The Florida Project by Sean Baker. This was a lot of like first-time actors and actresses, and Willem Dafoe. This one was a really heart-wrenching film. This is a really great film. I watched this one in theaters. It made me cry so much. It was a really good film. Killing of a Sacred Deer, another messed up Yorgos Lanthimos film. Saw this one in theaters. Another film that was just like, what is this? And, you know, obviously they produced, they released the other film, the Lobster. So they did this one too. It's really good. Lady Bird by Greta Gerwig, another big Oscar, you know, nominated film. So I think they're getting into their sort of stride. The Disaster Artist with James Franco, hilarious movie. Ballad of Lefty Brown by Jared Moshe. Oh, I heard about that one. That's the Bill Pullman. Oh, okay, I'd watch that one. Okay, I'm adding that one to the list. The Vanishing of Sydney Hall by Sean Christensen. It's about detectives looking for a diary. Good cast. Looks kind of boring. 2 hours. Maybe. That's a maybe pile. The Last Movie Star by Adam Rifkin. It's a comedy film about an actor going to a film festival. Nah, sounds boring. Lean on Pete by Andrew Hay. It's about a kid who falls, a 15-year-old boy who befriends a horse. No, I'm out of that. No, that sounds boring. Nope, sorry. Backstabbing for Beginners by Per Fly. An employee working at the UN investigates the murder of his predecessor. That sounds interesting. Theo James, Ben Kingsley. That sounds interesting. I don't know if I could find it, maybe. First Reform by Paul Schrader. Are you washed in the blood of the Lamb? Wonderful film. Return to form for Paul Schrader. Really good acting from Ethan Hawke. That's a good one. How to Talk to Girls at Parties by John Cameron Mitchell. Yep, I saw that one. I recently watched that one. That one was okay. Hereditary, Ari Aster. Woo! That was a good one. This was, you know, obviously we know Hereditary. I'll just move on. Great film. Woman Walks Ahead by Susanna White. I watched that one too. I forgot the plot. Jessica Chastain goes to paint a portrait of Sitting Bull. That good, interesting. Eighth Grade by Bo Burnham is a wonderful film and made my top 10 of that year. Coming of age story about a young girl in 8th grade trying to just navigate making friends. She's got anxiety. There's some creepy stuff going on in one scene that was really good. Great, simple film. Hot Summer Nights is on my list. I have it on a DVD pile over there from the library by Elijah Bynum. Never Going Back by Augustine Frizzle. This is about two friends, dropouts, who go to Galveston, Texas. No, that looks dumb. I won't watch it. A Prayer Before Dawn by Jean-Stéphane Sauveur. I watched this one. It's about Billy Moore, the guy who does drugs in Thailand and has to go to this brutal prison and takes part of Muay Thai for a chance to get out. That was a good one. Slice by Austin Vesely. This is a comedy slasher movie, no horror film. Pizza delivery guys are being killed and he's going to solve the crime. Nah. The Children Act by Richard Eyre. 17-year-old with leukemia refuses a blood transfusion because it goes against his religious beliefs. That sounds boring. Good cast, though. Got Emma Thompson, Stanley Tucci, and Fionn Whitehead. Or Finn Whitehead. Mid-90s Jonah Hill film, no. Outlaws by Stephen McCallum. This is a guy who gets released from prison and he has to fight the rest to get his gang back. No. No one noticeable in that one. Hole in the Ground by Lee Cronin. This is a good, creepy little chilling horror film about a doppelganger in the forest. I like that one. That one was okay. We're in 2019 now, by the way. Climax by Gaspar Noé. This is on my list. Gloria Bell. I heard about that one. It's the one about a divorced mother in LA meeting someone new. They remade it with Julie. Oh, wait, no, wait. This Gloria Bell is the remake of Gloria. The remake is A24. Not going to watch it. Not going to watch the original either. High Life by Claire Denis. Yeah, I watched this movie, didn't like it. It's the Robert Pattinson movie where he's in space station and they want everyone to like have babies or something. Didn't like that one. Native Son by Rashid Johnson. It's about a young black man living in Chicago who's going to be a chauffeur for a businessman. Kind of sounds like Green Book. It is kind of like a Green Book. Maybe. I'll put that in the maybe pile. Under the Silver Lake by David Robert Mitchell. This one was pretty good. I watched it recently. It's weird and offbeat. It never got a fair shake. They released it in theaters like never. Yeah. Let me see the story of this one. It was released at a film festival. Got in France. Went to the States. Didn't go very far in the States. Then I went to streaming. The Souvenir by Joanna Hogg. I heard about this movie. I don't think I'll watch it. I don't like romance films. The Last Black Man in San Francisco by Joe Talbot. Heard about this one. I think, what's his name's in it? Jonathan Majors, and a couple others. Maybe. I'll check it out. Probably. Midsummer by Ari Aster. A really creepy, chilling film. Saw this one in theaters. It blew me away. I love Midsummer. It's not for everyone. Some people don't like that it's slow. It's basically a slasher, but... yeah. The Farewell by Lulu Wang. Amazing film. Kind of showed us that Awkwafina Nora Lum can be a solid, serious actress. It's a really great film. It was really low-key, powerful drama film. Really like this one. Skin by Guy Nativ. It's about a neo-Nazi who decides to leave the white supremacists. Sounds a little It's got Jamie Bell in it, though. No, I don't think I'd watch that one. Cher by Pippa Bianco. It's about a 16-year-old girl named Mandy who discovers a video and what? Coming of age movie? HBO films? Nah, I don't think so. The Death of Dick Long. Written by one of the Daniels? Yeah. So this is a black comedy film about a friend loses a friend and two men refuse to say the cause of death. Maybe. I'll put that in the maybe pile. Low Tide by Kevin McMullen. Two brothers find a bag of gold and they try to hide it. That it? Doesn't have a really big cast, so probably not. The Lighthouse by Robert Eggers. I tried to watch this one right before the pandemic. Pandemic shut everything down. I had the DVD for like 3 months, didn't watch it. Probably won't. I don't, maybe. Elephant Queen by Victoria Stone and Mark Diebel. An elephant trying to protect the herd? No, that sounds boring. What is this? It's a documentary. No, I'm not in. The Kill Team by Dan Krause. It's a war film based off of a documentary about killing people in civilians. I don't know, man. Good cast. Nat Wolff. Alexander Skarsgård. That's a maybe. I'll put that in the maybe pile. Waves by Trey Edward Schultz. No. He lost me with It Comes at Night. I won't watch anything by him. In Fabric. I heard good things about this one. This is a Peter Strickland movie about a dress that haunts people. Yeah, and it's sounds dumb, but I want to watch it. Uncut Gems by the Safdies. It's on my list. First Cow by Kelly Reichardt. This was a Western? Drama film. Maybe, because I like the cast. We'll see. But Kelly Reichardt makes weird films. She did, what's it called? Meek's Cut Off. I hate that movie. Boys State by Jesse Moss and Amanda McMain. This is about a bunch of boys that want to create their own government. This is a documentary? Yeah, it is. Why? No, I'm not in. I don't really like that idea. On the Rocks by Sofia Coppola. I watched this one on DVD. It's okay. Looks like they're co-distributing a lot of stuff with Apple TV. Saint Maud by Rose Glass. This one is okay. Actually, no, it's not okay. I didn't like it. But I do like the newest one that Rose Glass did. Saint Maud's too talky for me. It doesn't feel like a traditional horror film. Minari by Lee Isaac Chung. I watched this one on DVD, didn't like it either. It's a fine film. Like, there's nothing wrong with it, I just didn't like it. It's just a farming movie. It's really boring, good cast. You know, it's like a American Dream movie. Just didn't like it. False Positive by John Lee. Hated this movie. I think... Yeah, I watched it, but I watched this movie. I made a review of this film, but it was corrupted, so I deleted it and I never refilmed it. But it's just, I didn't like it. It's a terrible film. Zola by Janicia Bravo, a stripper. Oh yeah, I've seen Zola. Oh yeah, Zola. It's based off of like a Twitter chain. That one was okay. It's a weird, kind of like Florida Project. It's kind of a weird white trash people movie. Val by Leo Scott and Ting Poo. This is a documentary about Val Kilmer. It's on my list. I don't have Prime right now. The Green Knight by David Lowery. This is an amazing film. I love it. It's so brutal and weird and just offbeat. Fantasy. The future of fantasy is weird stuff. Lamb by Valdemar Johansson. Didn't like Lamb. I watched it recently. It was just bullshit. I don't like it. Noomi Rapace I love, but nope. The Souvenir Part 2 by Joanna Hogg. This is about a film student who dated an older man. This is a continuing adventures of that. No. It sounds boring. Come On by Mike Mills. I've seen this one. I think Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah, that's a good one. It's okay. The Humans by Stephen Karam. This is a really good one. I saw this one in theaters with my friend. It was a really brutal film based off of a play about a family having Thanksgiving dinner and all of their sort of secrets come to light. Amy Schumer's in it, Richard Jenkins, really good performances from everyone. It's a really bleak film because the direction's like really creepy and weird. It's like this sort of, almost feels like you're trapped in this apartment building with them and they have like stairs and they go up. It's like a interesting design. It's a really memorable film for sure. Definitely like that one. Red Rocket by Sean Baker. Yep, I've seen this one too. This one's a good one. I watched it. This one's about like an ex-porn star who wants to work and get money because he got kicked out or whatever. He starts slinging weed again and meets a new young woman in order to exploit. And it's basically about him trying to basically do his comeback. It's a really uncomfortable, weird sort of film about porn stars. The Tragedy of Macbeth by Joel Cohen Solo. This one's with Apple TV. That's how I got a big budget. So I noticed they've been doing that. Pretty solid film for Shakespeare. I like Denzel Washington. He's really great. It's just a really interesting film. Really great cinematography. Yeah, it was a pretty good one. I like this one. The Sky is Everywhere by Josephine Decker. It's about a musician trying to keep things together after the death of her older sister. Co-distributed with Apple. No, that sounds boring. I won't watch that one. After Yang by Kogonada. Oh, okay, Kogonada did that one too. So Kogonada also did a movie called Columbus, which is on my list. After Yang is the story of a family that tries to save the life of their robotic family member. And it was okay. It was kind of boring. But, yeah, Kogonada's been around the block. X by Ty West. Yep, I like X as a slasher movie. Definitely one of the ones that did better. And they made like 3 of them. So Maxine comes out this year in 2024. Yeah, it's a solid film. Everything Everywhere All at Once by the Daniels, again, won many Oscars. This is the film that sort of blew up and made them a little bit. A24 was their second Oscar win, but the last one before that was 7 years earlier with Moonlight. So, yeah, not that great of a victory, but I think, honestly, them winning so many Oscars for 2022 made the 2023 Oscars pushed to the side. So there's a lot of movies that didn't get in, like Iron Claw, Past Lives, a few others in there that just didn't get in. All right, Men by Alex Garland. I didn't like this movie, but, you know, it's weird. It's Alex Garland. He's got to do what he wants. Could produce, you know, he made their Ex Machina for them, but this one was not on it. This was a weird movie. Elizabeth, A Portrait in Parts, Roger Michel, documentary about Queen Elizabeth II. No, that sounds boring. Marcel the Shell with Shoes On by Dean Fletcher Camp. It's a faux documentary about little shell people. I put this on and I got bored and I turned it off, but maybe I'll try it again someday. It's a weird film. Weird little film. Bodies, Bodies, Bodies by Helena Rajan. Probably said that wrong. Murder at a party for young, rich, beautiful people, all socially vapid, social media obsessed teenagers that do a hurricane party. They end up like trying to kill each other. That was a good one. That was a really good one. Funny Pages by Owen Klein. It's about a cartoonist. Nope, sounds boring. Oh wait, it's produced by the Safdies. But he didn't direct it though. Maybe we'll see. As a maybe. I'll put that in the maybe pile. Pearl by Ty West. Amazing. Prequel to X. Amazing film. Made my list. Top 10 list of that year. Instinct by Helena Rajan. Ooh. This is a good one. It's a 2019 Dutch drama film directed by the same director of Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. It's about a prison therapist who becomes obsessed with a violent serial rapist who's about to be paroled. Now that's my jam. That's added to the list. God's Creatures. Sayla Davis and Anna Rose Holmer. It's about a fishing village. It's really small. A mother tries to protect her son from an allegation. Paul Mescal. Okay, maybe. It looks kind of you know what I mean? Like it sounds like one of those movies that's like really Irish. It is. Okay. Maybe. That's a maybe. You know, Paul Mescal's more popular now than he was a couple years ago. Maybe. Stars at Noon by Claire Denis. No, I don't like that. I don't like that director. She's okay. But this is about a young American journalist stranded in present-day Nicaragua who falls for an Englishman. No. After Sun by Charlotte Wells. Yeah, I watched this movie and I didn't know what was going on. It's one of those films that really you have to pay attention. I probably have to watch it again, but I just didn't get it. Causeway by Lila Neubauer. This is the Jennifer Lawrence movie. It's only on Apple TV, so I'll have to find it another way. This is about a soldier with a brain injury who has to adjust back home. I think she got nominated, didn't she? Or I don't know if she got nominated. But I heard it's good, but I'll try to find it. I like Jennifer Lawrence. The Inspection by Elegance Bratton. It's about a boot camp. It's about a guy's sexual orientation makes him the target of hazing. No. It's an appeal to me. White Noise, Noah Baumbach. It's on Netflix. It's on my list. It's about a family doing something. They're going somewhere. I'll add it. The Eternal Daughter by Joanna Hogg. I think it's also on Netflix. Yeah, it is. It's about an artist and her old mom who have to confront long secrets when they return to their family home, now haunted by, I don't know, man, that sounds boring. I didn't watch her other movies, A Souvenir. The Whale, oh, The Whale's so good. Oh, this movie broke me. As a glorious return of Brendan Fraser, won him the Oscar. I made my friend watch this movie like almost at gunpoint. I literally said, we're watching this before the Oscars. We have to. And I had to drag him to the theater and we watched it and it was so good. It was brutal. A lot of people say they don't like it because it's like fat tragedy porn or whatever. No, it's just a good movie. Just watch it. This Place Rules by Andrew Callahan. Documentary about... No, I'm not watching that. No, don't care. When You Finish Saving the World, a film directed by Jesse Eisenberg. It's about a high school student who pursues music while living with his uptight mom, who runs a shelter for survivors of domestic abuse. Wait a second, I know this film. This is the film that Dan Merle said is the worst movie ever. He said never watch it. Finn Wolfhard, Julianne Moore. He said it's the worst movie, I think. I'm pretty sure it was that movie. Pretty sure it was. No, I trust Dan. I'm not going to watch this. I think they just added it to Canopy. Close by Lucas Daunt. It's about a teenager who tries to distance himself from a best friend after they're close. What? That sounds fucking stupid, man. It's like saying, hey, you're really close with your male friend. Oh, we're not gay. That sounds dumb. No, I'm sorry. I don't care about like the plot. Just sounds dumb. Oh, I'm sorry. That just triggered me. Sharper by Benjamin Caron. This one is about a con artist who takes on billionaires. That sounds boring too. Julianne Moore, I like her. Sebastian Stan, Justice Smith. Okay. Oh, it's on Apple. I'll watch it. Re-release of Pi by Darren Aronofsky. I guess, I don't know if that counts because it was originally done by Artisan. Let's just skip that one. All right, up next, Showing Up by Kelly Reichardt again. This is about an artist on the verge of a career-changing exhibition. That sounds boring. Beau is Afraid by Ari Aster. Beau Afraid is a weird film. A little bit indulgent. He didn't reel it in. It was really weird. Go back to horror. You Hurt My Feelings. Yep, this is my second Nicole Holof Center film. My first one being, was it the one with James Gandolfini, where it's like Enough Said. So it was okay. I didn't like this one, but I've gone back and watched older Nicole Holof Center films, and they're amazing. So that was one of the big bombs that didn't do well. It cost like 20 to 30 mil, and it made like nothing. It made like 5. Past Lives. Past Lives is so good. We know Past Lives. It's the sumptuous romance film that just so good. Earth Mama by Savannah Leaf. It's about a mom trying to deal with pregnancy. That sounds boring. Yeah, I'm not watching that one. The Deepest Breath by Laura McGann. Documentary about Alessia Zecchini diving record. That's boring. Stephen Curry Underrated. Okay, I heard about that one. It's on Apple. It's about a documentary about Stephen Curry. Man, there's a lot of documentaries here. Talk to Me, amazing film, horror film. Talking about the Philippou brothers. That was a good one. I watched that in theaters. Made my top 15 list of the 2023. My battery died. Let's continue. Medusa Deluxe is a murder mystery set in a competitive hairdressing competition. That sounds interesting, actually. Yeah, that one kind of flew under the radar. Oh, it's British. It's a production. Oh, okay, Mubi. Okay, so A24 doesn't produce all these films. Sometimes they just release them. So they produce some of them. They co-produce some of them with Apple. It really depends. Stop Making Sense is a documentary by Jonathan Demme's Talking Heads documentary. Don't think I'll watch that one. Dix the Musical by Larry Charles. 2 business adversaries realize they're identical twin brothers, decide to switch places to reunite their divorced parents. No, I don't think so. Priscilla by Sofia Coppola. I saw this one. I thought it was alright. A little bit slow at the end, but solid drama film. And it's like the antithesis to the Elvis movie. All Dirt Roads Taste of Salt by Raven Jackson. This is about the love and growth and heartbreaks of black woman in Mississippi. And Dream Scenario by Christopher Borgli. I like this one. I watched this one in theaters. It made my top 15 list. Pretty solid film by Nicolas Cage. The Zone of Interest by Jonathan Glazer. This one won an Oscar. It won a couple Oscars, actually. I think 3. It won Best Foreign Film. It won Best Sound Design. And maybe Original Screenplay. We got The Iron Claw by Sean Durkin. This is an amazing drama film. Also made my top 15. Really good film about the Von Erichs. So these last few are all produced by A24, even if they don't do well. Then we got Occupied City by Steve McQueen, not the black director, not the white guy. It's a documentary set in present-day Amsterdam, tracing occupied Nazi Germany. This one kind of flew under the radar too. Came on at Christmas. And then My Mercury by Joel Cheselet and Philippa Ehrlich. It's about a conservationist trying to save seabirds from extinction. Prime Video, can't click on the link. Open Wide by Sarah Goldblatt. It's about a guy who's trying to wage war against ugly orthodontics. It's on Netflix, maybe? No, I don't think I'll watch that one. Jerry Lee Lewis, Trouble in Mind by Ethan Coen is a documentary film about Jerry Lee Lewis. It'll be on Prime Video, maybe? Maybe, I might check that one out. Problemista by Julio Torres. This is about a toy designer from El Salvador trying to make it in New York City. This one's on my list. Love Lies Bleeding by Rose Glass. This is a lesbian gym owner who's quiet and meets a bodybuilder, and they fall in love. However, the gym manager's criminal family comes out of the woodwork and makes it hard for them to be together. It's really good. A little bit weird, but overall, my stats: there's 157 A24 films. That includes the re-releases like Pi and Stop Making Sense. I include those. Even though A24 didn't also produce all of these, sometimes they just release them under their label. But lately they've been producing more movies. I've seen 78, which is a pretty solid number. You do the math and it's about 43%, so not even half. That's pretty good for someone who didn't know that A24 didn't exist until about 2021. So those are my stats for all those A24 films. And maybe I'll do another video soon about A24 and all of their box office hits and misses to see why they're going into more mainstream land. So that's my stats on that.